Last I talked with him, still very new to Daisy. I mean, he's just not a character you're gonna learn in a very short time. But if you do the basics, that's what matters. So I'm not gonna be judging on like, oh, you dropped an 80% combo, you suck. I'm gonna be judging more on uh I'm gonna be judging more on your float usage. If you use your float in spots, or if you're dying because you used it in disadvantage or something, which is something I do, so it's not anything crazy. And when you pull a turn up, so whether you're pulling or chasing or what I think you should be doing, with Sephiroth specifically, what you're doing in the mid range. Because if you're just pressing or floating when you shouldn't be, and you get hit out of that, that's when this matchup becomes a lot harder. I think I've played Swivel in like a friendly or two, maybe. I've talked with him. He's all right. It's immediate game plan is to like close from the long range. Peach is not going to benefit from being too far. Um, at the very least, he's going to pressure you a lot harder than you're going to pressure him. So close it a little bit and try to get in his face right away. You're going to win when you're up close. It's true generally of Peach. To start. I like the your precision and floats. That like very beginning shows me that you've been practicing your float movement. Okay. I know I said I wouldn't judge for conversions, but at least try to get the nair there. The nair is simple. The way I like to think about it is like if you're gonna press nair, or if you're gonna press down tilt, always expect to press the second button, or else your combos won't be true. Like that sometimes just means floating in place and then reacting whether or not you get the hit. Boxing, like that disengage, closing the space. He's hitting you a lot for these short hop floats. That's okay. His up air sucks. Can punish. I like the weight. I like that you kind of held center and let him come to you. Okay. Not bad. Stop jumping to begin your interactions. Hit without a float. Here you just want to reset. Like you don't want to do anything until you get your float back. With the dash attack there, instead of pulling the turnip, I think you chase. Because there, it puts them into like what I call near disadvantage. Where if you get closer to them and they press a bad button, you get to punish it. Or if they burn a resource or air dodge, then you're still in position to punish it. By you dash attacking and pulling the turnip, like yes, you're setting yourself up to win the next interaction, but you could get more out of the interaction you just won. So whenever you get a dash attack, think about that. Like close the space first, and if your game plan starts to revolve around needing turnips, then start pulling them some more. But right now, I would want to see you chase him. I want you to get close to him and pressure him. All right, basically even. The conversion. Don't just throw turnips to throw them. Try to set them up or throw them or put them in more of a pressure spot. Good grab. Like that turnip isn't doing anything. Throw it up and above the ledge or hold it, Z drop it, throw it down. But make them mean something. Shield. Good hold on the float. Ooh, yeah, it was something. Okay. Double roll is alright. I like the reset. Just reset. You don't have a... You might have had a float, but it wasn't in a good spot. Bear. Jump for a second. You don't need to force it here. This is where Sephiroth's gonna blow you up if you press too many buttons. I like how quick you're throwing out the bears. Here, what I would do, you gotta hit there, so it's fine. But you're starting a lot of your interactions with the short hop float or short hop. Do more like grounded float cancel positions. That like throws people off, and it's hard for them to read when you're actually gonna run at them or not. So That's what I recommend. I like doing that a lot versus any opponent. I think it makes Peach's movement really tricky. And you showed me at the beginning of the VOD that you could do it, so that's not out the question. Here I want to see you float cancel, drop some more. Float cancel, fast fall. Good bear. Chase it, chase it. You see right there? There's another example. Dash attack in pull turnip means you're giving up your interaction because he could fast fall, he could landing aerial, but that turnip eliminates all of the advantage you just created. Fair. I don't mind that turnip though. Good hit. Stay close. Okay, that's a lucky fair, but it's risky to contest them there. I don't like this is like a debuzz teaching, but like try to avoid cornering yourself between stocks. Use more of your like float movement, or like if you are gonna corner yourself, watch Link to see how he uses his float in this situation because he floated onto that ledge. Now, even though you grab that ledge, you don't have a float. So what I would recommend is like turn around falling onto the ledge so you still have your float. So you can do some tricky movement there. If you just watch a couple Link VODs, you'll see what he does. But if he were to hit you right there out of that jump, you're floatless and in a very terrible spot. And in general, you don't want to corner yourself between stocks, but doesn't matter too much. I don't think I've ever done that. Stitch into... That was a good example right there of down tilt to conversion. It was the best conversion. Like, you're still working on that. You're a newer Peach player, but down tilt, like, just be ready to follow up your down tilts. And I was saying that I've never seen down tilt into forward, or smile into forward smash. Just disengage. Good float. I don't hate it. Get back. Take center. You don't need a pull turn up there. The conversion. Let him land. Nice. I see the bear idea there. You just missed. Toad. Chase him there though. You see how you like put him in high mid-range disadvantage and he had to land, and instead you pull turn up and you stay in the corner. Get out the corner, chase him. Put some bear pressure on him. Something. But don't pull that turn up there. Porto. We'll die from that. Okay. Chill here. In this situation, there's not much I could coach. Even losing that stock, I don't think there's much I could coach. Here in a winning position. So, we move on to next. Hollow Bastion is a pretty good Peach stage. It's a good Peach stage because your up air connects. And I think that mid-range plat helps a lot for closing distances on characters. I don't think Peach has any bad stages. There's just better stages and matchups. Good dash attack. I want to see you chase this a little. I think you were trying to and you got hit out of it. Alright. Control. Good conversion. There. Just a slight optimization. Do a ground flow upper instead of a jumping upper. A ground flow upper would let you connect to fair next. Get you another like 15%. But that's just something to keep in mind. Messing up here. Slow movement a bit. Get comfortable with closing the distance without using your float. Don't always use your float to start interactions, because when you start getting hit out of it, especially with players that are more used to Peach, that's where Peach goes from like top 5 in my opinion to like top 30. That was weird. That's where the audio becomes muted. Good. Get back. I want to see you go to ledge here or go to the very corner, but don't try to attack them. Aren't you? The float was good. The area wasn't. It happens. What I don't want to see out of you here though is speeding up your game plan because you're down a little bit. You should be playing your same game plan. Throw here, yeah. Good. Oh, great idea, wrong execution. Just clean that up and you'll be fine. I don't hate pulling a turn up here because when he has wing, he's gonna try to be deceptive with this double jump. So the turn up I think actually just beats out the stall that he's for sure gonna do with this wing jump. and you can maybe pressure a landing that you can't normally do with your body because of Seth's range. Oh, he actually landed. Don't use your float like that. You want to save it, just land, reset, shield this. Good. He's chasing you hard because he knows you have shield damage, so play around that. Which you did. You didn't get the best conversion or punish, but good. Regrab the turnip there. When you throw and you get that turnip, you want to regrab the turnip. The reason turnip is so pressuring there in the corner like that, because in this situation, I'll highlight it with my mouse. In this situation where he's can jump, can't jump, the only way you could pressure it right now without a turnip is like reading his jump and fairing or getting a trade or something. But when you have a turnip that you don't have to spend any time because you already regrabbed it, you can punish at a much further range. If you do hit them on that like land back to stage with the turnip, they're in a terrible spot, which you could probably toad or get something better off of. But that's what I'm saying. Regrab that turnip, stand at that range where he has to react, and pretty much force him to go to ledge. If he's going to ledge, and you force him, or if he goes to ledge and you don't get a hit, you're still winning because he touched that ledge. Think of it like that. Patience. I like that those turnip throws. I would do the same thing, like just not overdoing it. That was really good patient play. Stop doing that. You're using your float. If you converted better, that you could die. Need a nair punish there at least. Try to get at least 50 out of those. I know I said to not worry about the combos too much. Punish. It'll do damage. Fair. Base it a little bit. That was a good turnip throw. Or throw. Just rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. You gotta contest that a little better because the one thing you want to do is cover that airspace. Fair there, near, back air, anything, but don't let him jump over your head for free for that. I know you try to hit it, but think of it as even if I'm not going to hit him, I'm going to make sure that he's going to ledge, which could mean a dash back or a floating bear or a retreating bear or something, but just don't let him take center for free like that. Wait. Fortunate. Reset. Here in the situation, you just got hit. The only thing going in your head should be reset. Don't even worry about reversals. Just get the hell out of there. Taking more damage. Just reset. Just reset. Good. Good. I want to see you open him up without a float. It'll work. Go here. I don't hate that turnip pull. Probably a misinput. Right, dead from that. Yeah. I'm assuming that's a misinput. 32 for a... God damn. Good bear. I want to see you chase and throw that turnip up or down. Do something. I don't hate it. We'll take it. You should be thinking of you're even right now. Don't stop doing the fucking float to ledge. Don't do anything that you don't need to do. Nice. I don't hate that floats though. Especially because you reset. Chill here. Pressure a little bit. Don't let him land for free. Up air there or something. Ground float bear. Ooh, bad DI. Ooh, worse DI. Okay. I mean, it happens. I don't think you played that game bad. You're just, one, not getting at least like 50 on your down tilts. Even for like a newer Peach player, that like down tilt nair grab or nair bear is like the simplest route you could do. I think that's something you have to grind a little bit and feel confident in hitting whenever. Yes, two counter pick. I mean, you won on it, so I don't hate it. Turn a pull, you gotta wink. Winks, use those smarter. Winks, Miles, and Stitches goes without saying, but those are like really good combos. So be a little smarter with throwing those. Don't be, think of it like let the opportunity find you. Don't try to force it to find the opportunity. Upper, well, petty damage, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There you want to reset. Don't float. and land so aggressively, especially on a character with range and someone that could juggle you super easy. In there, I like that you're staying close. Just turn up smartly. The shield on that. Careful with the fairs on landing. I do that a lot too, and I get punished so much for it. So just be careful there. Pancake. I was gonna say something, but I think it doesn't matter until you're further level with Peach. On throw there. Saw the vision. You knew the reset was coming. What I would do there is I would down throw, and if you have a feeling they're gonna reset, do a short hop falling up air, and that'll set up for another up air, and that's a good way to kind of play around the tech. It's awkward. I get why you didn't bear there. That's something that Mutex does a lot. That reset up air puts him in a juggle position. There. I'll take the grab. The conversion. Chase. Punish. Okay. Don't give him. What I don't want to see you do here, and I feel like you're going to do just based on your jump in, I don't want to see you aimlessly pressure him just to try to get a hit. I want to see you hold that center while being like real close in his face, and that's where Peach is really threatening, and you could do that with like ground float bears, down tilt poking, mainly those two, and up air if he jumps above you, but be a little bit more stationary here, because then you're going to get hit like that. Thanks for following. Is you're still you're Finraal admin on here, so I guess it's either or. Alright, but let's keep going. I'll force it here. Turn a pull. Reset, go to ledge. Okay, but you saw the difference there compared to last game. I don't know if you were watching at that point, but if not, just watch the VOD. There you float landed safely in the corner. The other time you float landed, try to compete or contest. You got hit out of it. What you did right now was much better. Forward throw. Alright. I don't blame you for that. Trying to pull, I think I would have done the same. Kill. Parasol movement. Chill, take it easy here. What I really like to do there, is that's just like a hard pressure spot. I like to, because I think you poked the shield, right? You poked his shield or hit his shield, and or no, he poked your shield and you jumped out of it. What I would do is let him do that poke and then crouch and watch. Because crouching, you get the crouch cancel knockback reduction. Peach actually has a really good hitbox shifting when she's crouching. So if he does get a hit on you, you take the reduced knockback, you make your profile smaller, and you get to kind of react. I would take that shield pressure here, and if you are gonna jump, do a float cancel to get back on the ground, or just straight away crouch. But every player here, regardless of their character, is gonna do poke into jump scouting, and it just happened to work. I'm sure, like if we watch any other VOD in this situation, they're gonna do the same thing. So take it a little bit more easy there. You don't have to force the situation here. Let them give you an opening. It's like the reverse of that scenario you were just in, where you had them in the corner. You tried to aggress. He reversed it because he was a little bit more patient. He outweighted you. If you outweight him, then you'll be fine. And you're even here, so don't even worry about like trying to force your advantage or a comeback. Wait. Lucky nair there. Decent turnip toss. Like that pressure. Oh wait. That won't connect. Try to like bear there or something. Air dodge. He's playing fast. What I would do here, if they're kind of feeling themselves playing fast, you like purposely want to slow them down with your floats. High floats, low floats. I would high float right there. Right there. I would just hold my float and let him kind of cool down. Because right now he's playing with momentum and you're probably feeling it too. Just like chill here. Do everything you can. Reset. Good. Chase him here. I don't hate the turnip pull. Good. Grab another one. Nice. I'm assuming he's gonna die. Yep. Like cycle your turnip there. You had the chance to pull 1 to 2 other turnips, and trust me, that 1 to 2 other that's why I get so many stitches, so many bombs, because I'm always cycling. Don't just settle for the first turn up. You have the chance to pull at least one more. Stop doing that float to ledge. On tilt, forward tilt. Yeah. Ooh, good upper. I like that you didn't chase that too hard either. Nice, good fair. What would I do here? I would pull this turnip inch closer and stay like right under that right lip under the platform. I think that's a really good position. I don't hate waiting there either. Good movement. All right. Good down tilt conversion and good air dodge. Chill. Nice. You notice the difference here though? Where like early in the set you're doing a lot of chasing, trying to hit him, and here you're holding your ground a little bit more. You're extending your like positional advantage, which is huge, especially in this matchup. Good. That was a good sequence. You wanna use the turnip to cover the low there, follow the jump if it does happen, and just react. Like you don't have to force anything here. And I'm assuming you're gonna react and punish this. You can't up smash that. Jump nair there or something. Jump air. It's not that you can't punish it, it won't connect on this stage. If it were Battlefield, Small Battlefield, or Hollow, it will connect. Any other stage, it won't. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Hey, we all go through it. I went through it like 9 years ago, so we all go through it. Old Toad. That's okay. Oh, low here. I would hold, what I would do here, because you jumped into your float, now you're resourceless. What I would do here instead is take that hit and go way low. So take that forward and go like under the ledge, like super under, where you're floating basically in the blast zone. Double jump, get up there. The reason I say that is because one, you'll have your jump, so you have more mix, and two, it's really hard to contest Peach down there. And you definitely have the advantage in that situation. But what I don't like is that like jump float. It's a pretty rough spot. You're forced to parasol now, in an easy counter position, and you could just get hit out of it. Even if you were at like lower percent and you got sent that low, I would still do the same thing, just because it's really hard to contest her down there. It's a good float stall either way. But yeah, so it pretty much happened how I expected. The reason a low float is better there, because you have so much more mix on your double jump. And the way too is like, if Sephiroth is countering and it hits you in the front, it's gonna activate the way it just did. But you have like an angle where you could poke under it. So even if he counters, if you poke him with that upwards hit of the parasol, it bounces him out of it, or he won't get the strong hit of counter. And that's why it's a better recovery there. That's why you don't corner yourself. Go in the middle, take an up air, take a grab, anything, but don't take that. Bear out of shield there. You could get a bear out of shield down tilt, and that'll lead to a really big combo. Got a fair there. When you hit that downer in the mid air right there, stay on his left side and then take the fair. Or if you are gonna go to his other side, do the dare, drop it, and then rising bear. Either of those two. Your upper won't connect here on the stage on any character pretty much. Okay, I would chase it here a little bit. I like that ledge grab. Go. Over him, just get out of here. A risky contest. Chase. Up long turn up there. Chase. Much better chase. Chase. Chase, he has no resource. Just run at him. Literally just run at him. Keep going, keep going. Keep running him over. If I were in your position right now, that's all I'd be thinking. Is just keep that pressure on, because now it's the reverse. You have the momentum. Okay, here's where you could lose a set. Take it real easy. Right now, you want to be looking at Sephiroth super hard. My backer was something. You guys are spaghetti. Probably close. That was a good set. I think the biggest things are get comfortable with the very basic nair nair bear, nair nair grab after down tilt. Stop floating the ledge in between stocks. Just a waste of a resource. And find other ways to open them without jumping. Because I would say like 85% of your attempts to open him up for advantage. We're starting with a short hop float or jump in aerial. You could fix that by being more deceptive with your jump in timings by using like float cancels and movement, or um you could do a lot of like ground float uh down to tilt or to hit against Seth and other sword characters. I'd argue if you can land one down tilt per stock, which I think you probably hit it on like 4 out of 6 stocks, that's all you need. Like you just have to be thinking, how do I make every down tilt worth it? And the way to do that is to have a lot of confidence in your down tilts. If you're gonna press that button in their vicinity, always be ready to follow it up, and that just comes with practice. Grounded options, I think it's less about like which button can you do to hit them. It's more about like how can you use your float and turn up pressure to get them to mess up. And that'll open someone up on a grounded basis. And in this matchup especially, don't be afraid to roll into them either. So a lot of what I do versus Sephiroth, and it's not an option you would think of because it's defensive, but a lot of what you can do is you can roll into them. They'll either miss space or overshoot their aerial, and one, you close a lot of space, and two, you might be able to punish something that's a little bit laggier. So that's an option. With turnip, if you're holding it and you're being deceptive with your float movement, um, you have a chance to catch them whiffing an aerial. So a lot of times there, you guys would like sync up your time on throw and aerial, and Sephiroth is gonna win that like 80% of the time. But if you do fake throw or like just walk up at them or fake like you're gonna jump and throw, but then just flow cancel, and he's still doing his aerial, you could punish that with the throw, or you could close the space, or you could get close to him and down air pressure him. A lot of things. Um, but that's just like one timing mix up that comes from being grounded or a lot more grounded. I mean, overall good. It has definitely improved a lot. Like I can tell you're comfortable with your float movement. I think you only really used it like at the beginning, and even in high pressure situations, you have to be ready to use it at any point. All it overall.